Okay. Hi, booktubers. John from Toronto here. I have three books that I want to go through with you today. They're all Canadian Indigenous, or maybe I should say Indigenous Canadian authors, novels, and I guess we should get started right away. At the end of the video, I have a kind of a special surprise for one of you. Anyway, the first book up is Eden Robinson, and the book is Son of a Trickster. This version looks like this. I think it's pretty cool. Sorry, there's a little picture there of a creature. And okay. And I'll read the back of it so that you have an idea of what it's all about. First of all, it says a compelling coming-of-age novel in which everyday teen existence crashes up against Indigenous beliefs, crazy family dynamics, and cannibalistic river otters. I read this book during the lockdown, the COVID pandemic. And just a little bit more about this. Everyone knows a guy like Jared, the 16-year-old burnout in high school who sells weed cookies and has a scary mom who's often wasted and wielding some kind of weapon. Jared smokes and drinks too much, and his mom is a mess, and he can't rely on anyone for consistent love and support, except for his flatulent pit bull baby killer. But now she's dead. Dead dog. He's also a kid with an immense capacity for compassion and an impulse to watch over people more than twice his age, and he tries his best to stabilize his family and keep everything afloat. But it's weird the way he sometimes blacks out, and he puzzles over why his maternal grandmother has never liked him, why she says he isn't human, but that he's the son of a trickster. Also, ravens have begun to speak to him, even when he's not stoned. You think you know Jared, but you don't. So this became quite the book here in Canada, and it was made into a CBC TV series, 6-parter, I think, or 8-parter. And was already set to go for a second season because they had sold it to other countries, including some states in the United States. And then something happened in the production. I mean, I'm not going to get into it. I know what happened, but it has something to do with the question of authenticity of heritage, let's say. For one of the producers, I believe it was, or perhaps the director, I'm not sure. But anyway, I really enjoyed reading that book long before it was a TV series, and it was a shame that it didn't go to a second season. But there you go. I really recommend that book. It's quite, it's not a really short book. It's let's see here. It comes out to 300, just over 300 pages, 316 pages, and but the type, it's not too small or anything like that. So that's son of a trickster for you. The next one up is Indian Horse. You may have heard of this one. Certainly, if you're in this area of the world, you've probably heard. This is by an author called Richard Wagamese. He actually had experience in the Canadian residential school system, unfortunately, which is a big thing up here, quite a big deal. And we're now in a period of reconciliation with our Indigenous peoples. It's a really sad part in Canadian history. But in any event, this is Indian Horse, and it was made into a movie. And quite a good movie, too. I saw the movie as well. So this is the cover of this edition again. Richard Wagamese. And I'll read you the back here. It doesn't say too much. Let's see here. I'll just read you this little bit at the end. A Saul Indian horse is in trouble, and there seems to be only one way out. As he journeys back through his life as a northern Ojibwe, from the horrors of residential school to his triumphs on the hockey rink, he must question everything he knows. In Indian Horse, author Richard Wagamese crafted a wise and magical novel about love, family, and the power of spirit. And this is also beautifully written. I must warn you about Son of a Trickster. Son of a Trickster was kind of Indian Horse is obviously a dramatic, very dramatic novel. But Son of a Trickster by Eden Robinson, there are really comical moments, darkly comical moments and whatnot. I guess I'll leave it at that. And strong language, okay, and there's drug use and everything else, so be careful of Son of a Trickster, but it's really a good novel. Before I get to the last one, I'll just add that what was I going to say now? I'm having another one of those senior moments. Oh yes, the TV series, if you can maybe find it on YouTube or something, it was not called Son of a Trickster, it was just called Trickster. Okay, the last novel, actually probably the one that touches my heart the most out of all three, is A Quality of Light, also by Richard Wagamese, who wrote Indian Horse. This is a novel that just grabbed my heart and pulled me right in, and it was really lovely in many respects, especially the first half of it, let's say, and just emotionally gripped me all the way through. So here is a short synopsis of A Quality of Light. Joshua Kane, an Ojibwe boy, has lived since infancy with his white adoptive parents. Johnny Gabart is white. Johnny Gabart is white, and from a young age has had a fascination with Indigenous culture, craving the spirituality and strength he associates with it. Happily, the two boys meet and form a deep bond through their invention of baseball. Invention of baseball. The warrior identifies... Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped something here. Oh, no. The warrior identities they bestow upon themselves and their promise to always be loyal and good and kind. When a nasty racial incident puts Joshua in the hospital and Johnny in a detention center, Joshua begins to discover his heritage, and Johnny, incensed at the injustices endured by Joshua and Indigenous peoples throughout North America, takes a militaristic stance in his fight for native rights and traditions. As each develops disparate beliefs about what it means to be truly native, their friendship and promise to be forever loyal is threatened. Brilliant and subversive, this novel defies expectations and challenges our myths about ourselves and others. And again, this is beautifully written. All three of them are, but again, this A Quality of Light, perhaps less famous than the other two, really grabbed me anyway. Now, I promised you one last thing before I end the video, and this is actually for Joshua, okay? So, one second here, and There we go, Felix. So, what's up? Hey, what's up, kitty? Look at this beautiful cat, hey? What did you say? Oh, okay, I'll tell him. Okay, so that was Felix, and he told me to tell Joshua he's gonna get you. Bye for now.